Hi loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing messages, predictions for August 2020 for earth signs starting with Virgo and ending with Taurus. So this may apply to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest that doesn't. It's okay if something doesn't resonate. Don't try to force a message to resonate with you. So yeah. So let's get right into it, starting with you, Virgo. Happy birthday to you. I know that, we're still in the beginning of Leo season, but, by the end of August, it'll be your time to shine. So happy birthday to you, August Virgos. I hope you have a wonderful birthday season. So let's get right into it. Oh shit. Man. Okay, let's see what's going on for you in August 2020. Okay, so we have a card that fell out. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords reversed that fell out. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. Interesting. We have the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands reversed, and then the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is so interesting. So right off the bat, oh, and I don't know if I just said this, Lovers is at the bottom of the deck reversed. Under that is the Nine of Cups reversed, and then under that is the Devil reversed. What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. Okay, so honestly, Virgo, it seems as though someone feels guilty about something. And it seems like they're trying to keep their cool about the situation, and they're trying to make it seem like they're cool as a cucumber, that they're not affected, that, it's almost like someone is trying to convince themselves that they took the high road, or that they're somehow a better person than someone else. Like, better in the sense of like, I reacted to the situation better. I handled this a lot more maturely than this other person. It's kind of like what you may be trying to convince yourself, or what someone is trying to convince themselves in regards to you in a situation with you. But the Nine of Swords reverse is telling me like there's some sort of guilt that is like eating you up inside, and you're trying to ignore it with this Four of Cups. It's almost like you don't want to deal with it. You pretending like you don't see it, just trying to act indifferent to the whole thing. But I think in reality, the way that you're feeling right now is guilty, because you know that you played a really immature part in the situation. Knight of Cups reversed, like really emotionally manipulative in some sort of way, really emotionally immature. I wonder if you like gaslighted someone in order to get something out of them, or in order to somehow take advantage of them. Because I also have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which is someone who's like easily taken advantage of, like someone who is kind of a pushover. So again, I don't know if this is you. Maybe this is you. Maybe you're the person who was taken advantage of by another person, right? And you're dealing with a Knight of Cups, King of Cups energy here, who was emotionally manipulative, and they knew how to push your buttons in order for you to bend over backwards for them. And if that's the case, it seems as though the guilt may be eating them inside, and it's almost like they're kind of in denial about it, because they don't want to face how shitty of a person they have been towards you. Or again, maybe you don't want to face how shitty of a person you have been towards them. Either way. And so we have this Nine of Wands reverse showing me that you're like really defensive, like really on guard, and it's almost like you're really snappy for some reason. And it's almost like because the guilt is eating you from the inside out so much, I feel that throughout August, it's going to end up not only really exhausting you and tiring you out because of a guilty conscience, but I also feel like you're gonna get really snappy because of that, because of like feeling so exhausted with like carrying this guilt on your shoulders, because a part of you knows that you did something wrong. A part of you knows that you handled something immaturely or manipulatively. And I feel like you're going to become snappy, and by becoming really snappy with other people and like maybe projecting onto them, you'll reveal how poorly you handle the situation to others, if that kind of makes sense. Because it kind of feels like some of you may have told other people like, yeah, like I was the bigger person in the situation. I was the mature one and they were the one being toxic and all of this other stuff. But I feel that over time throughout August, you'll kind of show to other people, whether it was intentional or unintentional, through your actions and through like nitpicking and like being really snappy with people and like overly defensive and like projecting onto them. I feel like you'll kind of show your ass in August, and I feel like you'll show people who the real quote unquote villain is within the situation. And I don't say that to kind of blame you or like, you know, villainize you, like, or make you seem like you're evil, but it's kind of more so of a realization of how you played a role in things and how you might have taken advantage of other people. Or again, like reverse the roles however way you need to, how someone may have taken advantage of you and them showing their ass to other people and like them projecting onto others and basically showing how guilty they actually are of certain actions, whether it was manipulation or gaslighting or whatever the case may be. That's kind of what it looks like here for you in the month of August. Kind of just like revealing who is, just revealing not like the guilty conscience, I guess, but kind of bringing to light one's manipulativeness and how they like took advantage of a situation or took advantage of a person, and how their own guilty conscience kind of brings that to light. So, and if that's the case, if someone kind of ends up doing that, then I would say to you, Virgo, like if the person took advantage of you and stuff like that, I would say to not even bother trying to get revenge on them or trying to prove a point or try to redeem yourself in some way in terms of like reputation. Maybe this person tried to like pin you in a corner and try to like isolate you somehow. And if that's the case, I feel that you may not necessarily require to do much, because over time, like they are going to reveal themselves for the bad behaviors that they did. Like they're gonna reveal themselves, like they're gonna show their ass on their own. It's not like it's not necessarily that you have to go out of your way to try to prove to other people or prove to yourself that they were the bad guy or that they were the one who did you dirty or whatever the situation is, you know. They'll do it on their own because of their own guilty conscience, and like they'll crack under the pressure is what I feel like. Yeah. That's kind of what it feels like. And then Lovers reverse, yeah, like temptation, and also just like an unhealthy relationship, an unhealthy like entanglement. So yeah, that's basically what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey Capricorn, welcome back. Let's just go ahead and get right into your reading. So let's see what's going on for you. August 2020. What's the energy for Capricorn, August 2020? Damn, what the fuck, App? Very silent today. Okay, maybe that's how you're feeling. Just wanting to be below the radar or under the radar. I wonder if a lot of you have gone into hermit mode and like you just don't really want to be perceived. Like you're just tired maybe. Okay. Yeah, you're tired. 5 of Swords is what came out. You're exhausted, and I feel like maybe some of you feel like you're losing something or like you have already lost something. Two of Swords reverse. So being faced with some sort of reality that you didn't want to deal with, right? No longer being able to turn the other cheek. And 9 of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck in some sort of energy. We have the Moon, fear of the unknown or keeping your feelings to yourself. We have the World. Something's coming to an end. But also the World is Saturn. Very Saturnian energy. Saturnian energy. 10 of Cups. And then bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups reversed. Interesting. I really feel like some of you are isolating yourselves way too much. 6 of Cups reversed. Some of you are either stuck in some sort of cycle, or you feel like you can't detangle yourself from a situation. Like no matter how hard you try, you can't detangle yourself from it. Like it feels like it's sticking. It's not even like, it doesn't even feel like you are holding on to it, although that very well could be the case for some of you. It's like it won't let go of you, like it's haunting you. Something from your past is haunting you, and I feel like you keep on trying to avoid it. This could be related to family. This could be related to like childhood stuff. Maybe relationships from your childhood or from your upbringing, situations from your upbringing in general. Some sort of conditioning that you may have experienced or undergone in your upbringing that is just not really affecting you. And it seems to be really mentally exhausting you. Maybe some of you are kind of going through a transition in your life right now. And it's just a lot. Like doing the inner work, like the shadow work, it seems like a lot. And it seems like you're either trying to avoid it or you have tried to avoid it, but now you can't anymore. And going through the process of actually dealing with it is tough. That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords would be the mental exhaustion, right? Just feeling tired from all of this. 2 of Swords reverse, like this is something that you can no longer ignore. You can no longer ignore the fact that you are stuck, that you keep on taking 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. And the reason why you're taking 2 steps forward and 10 steps back is because you're doing the same thing over and over again. Like you're either going through the same coping mechanisms, or you're approaching things the same way, the same old way that isn't helping you, right? Like you're doing the same things and you're getting the same results. And I feel like you're doing the same things in hopes to get different results. But the thing is like, if you continue repeating history, you are going to get the same outcome each time, you know? So that's what it feels like. Like you're doing the same thing over and over again in hopes for different results, and it's just not working out. And I feel that you're coming to the realization that you're going to have to think outside of the box. You're going to have to take a different approach. You're going to have to develop new coping mechanisms, and recondition yourself and recondition your mind so that you don't continue falling into these same old patterns. For some of you, maybe you have been trying to keep this to yourself with this Moon card. Like you don't want anyone to know about this. Maybe for some reason you feel some sort of shame in regards to that. And if that's the case, please don't feel shame. I understand that you might think that what you're going through is ugly, or that, you know, you have to present yourself as perfect and that you are a perfect human being and that, you know, you are strong. And if you show any form of vulnerability, then you're weak. And, you know, that's just not the case. Don't be afraid to reach out for other people. Don't be afraid to reach out for assistance, for guidance, for, you know, even professional help. You know, don't be afraid to reach out for that, because if you really need it, then you need it, and there should be no shame revolving around that. And, you know, obviously that's easier said than done, but I'm just saying it nonetheless. You may require some help from others, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to do things alone all of the time, okay? Because by further isolating yourself and thinking that you have to do things all on your own, like you just carry more weight than necessary, when you could be doing things a little bit more, you could be making things a little bit more easier on yourself by asking for help, okay? But also I just feel like with the moon card, you know, just trying to repress and suppress certain feelings or just things in general, just trying to forget about certain things, not wanting to deal certain things, not wanting to process or digest certain things just because they might be a little bit emotionally overwhelming. So it might just be a lot, but it really seems like you can't run away from it anymore. Two of Swords reversed again, like you keep on wanting to not deal with it, you know, turn the other cheek, but you know, you can't anymore. Girl. But I feel like with the processing and everything, the World card is telling me like it'll all come to an end eventually. You know, things always come to a close one way or another. You're just required to do the work for it. And also, this is saying how whatever cycle this is, it really does require it to come to an end. It needs to come to an end as soon as possible because it just seems like it has been going on for way too long. And you're doing yourself a favor by facing this thing and putting it to rest, essentially. That's what it is, putting it to rest. And also with the Saturn symbol here, I feel like this is also kind of saying, you know, having the discipline to really deal with your emotions and purging whatever needs to come up and really healing whatever you have not dealt with that has been stuck in your subconscious. Because by not dealing with the things that are in your subconscious, like they'll just be there, you know, even if you don't actively see or feel them on a day-to-day basis, doesn't mean that it's not there, and it's going to continue popping up until you actually deal with it. So yeah, but I feel like once things come to an end, you'll begin to feel a lot more peace within yourself, and I feel like you'll begin to feel a lot more connected. I also feel with this Ten of Cups, this is saying to reach out to friends and family so that you don't feel alone throughout this entire process. And I also feel like this card is also encouraging you to focus on what you are grateful for and focus on what you already have, rather than focusing so much on things that you don't have, you know. Remind yourself of who loves you, remind yourself of, you know, your purpose in life and what inspires you and what motivates you and things along those lines. And I feel like that might help kind of that might like create a stronger fire under your ass essentially to get things done. So yeah, that's what I have for you. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. I really hope that it was helpful. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I will talk to you later. Hey Taurus, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Let's just go ahead and get right into your reading. This may apply to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Yeah. Let's see. What's going on for Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus in August 2020? Okay, you may be feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed, or maybe somehow filling your cup. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups that fell out. We have Queen of Cups. I like that. We have the Ace of Wands. I like that. We have the Chariot. I like that. The Fool reversed, and then we have the Five of Cups. Yes, see, you know, girl, I know there had to be something. We just can't have anything nowadays. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, this is exciting. I like this. I like this a lot, girl. Side note, I feel like Cancer season may have really inspired you. I really hope it did. And the reason why I say that is just because the Chariot, which is the Cancer card. So I wonder if like Cancer season kind of helped motivate you in some sort of way. Okay, bottom of the deck is a Ten of Wands. So burdens and responsibilities and possibly overwhelming yourself. This fox looks so satisfied. Like he's just so happy with himself. Like he's so happy with the little pile of wands that he created. The pile of sticks and wooden things. He looks so happy with it. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. What does this mean? Okay. I feel like for you, Taurus, I feel like you're really feeling inspired in August 2020. I feel like Leo season is going to do very well for you. And I feel like you are kind of putting yourself first is kind of what it seems like. And I feel like you were focusing a lot on filling your own cup and doing what makes you happy and doing what inspires you. Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I feel like you're really taking the time to nurture yourself. And I feel like you are really empowered, and I feel like you are empowering your own self. And again, like you're feeling really inspired, and I feel like there are a lot of ideas that you really want to follow through with. I feel like you're feeling really creative. I feel like you have this focus, this sort of focused energy around you right now, and I feel that there's just a lot of excitement. It kind of feels like you are on this journey to a new beginning, or yeah, like there's just a lot of energy that you have, a lot of really great energy, and you want to release that, you want to express that in some sort of way and kind of nurture something into being, whether it's like a project, an endeavor, bringing something new into your life. And I feel like you really want to move forward with it, with this Chariot card, or you are being encouraged to move forward with whatever idea that brings you a lot of emotional fulfillment and something that you are really passionate about, something that you are really that brings you a lot of motivation and happiness. And I feel that it's going to serve you very well. It's going to require a lot of focus and commitment and determination on your end. With that being said, with all of this good energy, with this Fool reversed and with this Five of Cups reversed, or with the Five of Cups, it's almost as though part of you may be holding yourself back, or you might be procrastinating or kind of delaying this process or this new journey or taking on this new project for a fear of disappointment. I feel like you're scared of failing for some reason. Like you are scared of things somehow not going right, or maybe somehow being rejected in some way. Or it could also be that even though you have all of this excitement, part of you is kind of self-sabotaging, and thinking of all of the things that could potentially go wrong, and thinking of all of the things that you don't have that could somehow delay you from being able to progress within this thing. And it's like, don't even indulge yourself within this sort of mindset or like that sort of mental process, because you just further hold yourself back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like you have so much potential, you have so much energy, you have the emotional drive, you have the passion for it, you have the motivation. So why not? Like, why not do it? And it's fine if you don't have all of like the expensive equipment or all of the right equipment or every single thing that you may need in the future. That's fine. You can do with what you have, okay? Make the best with what you already have and watch yourself flourish. You know, what kind of comes to mind is like some of you may be wanting to like make your own YouTube channel, and you're like, oh, well, I don't have an expensive camera. Like, I could never film without an expensive camera or without expensive lighting or this and that, or without like a personal assistant or without this. And it's like, yo, like there are so many people who do so well without that. Like, you don't need an expensive camera, you don't need expensive lighting, you just need motivation and drive and a passion for what it is that you want. You don't need these expensive things, you don't need all of that. Like, you make the best with what you have, okay? And your passion and your creativity and your willpower will get you to a point where eventually you will be able to afford those things and upgrade, okay? But don't focus on having all of the perfect equipment now, because you are going to bog yourself down and you will continue delaying yourself from doing that, okay? Focus on your passion and just doing what makes you happy, essentially, is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? Don't let these material things or like what you think you need to hold you back from taking a leap of faith. And I feel like you're kind of using that as an excuse. And I think part of you knows that you don't need like this DSLR. Like, you don't need these expensive soft boxes. Is that what they're called? I was gonna say hot box. These soft boxes, you don't need that, you know? You just need sunlight, and like a phone, you know? Like, you don't need that much. Oh my God, I never turned on. Bitch, I will cry. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't do the sewer. Okay. no point now. I'm almost done with the reading. Yeah, don't use that as an excuse. And I feel like some of you might be using it as an excuse when you very well know that you don't need that stuff right now. Just allow yourself to take the break, step into the unknown, and it's scary doing something new and something different, but it's so worth it. And you will get to the top. Don't burden yourself with unnecessary things, okay? Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands, which is like unnecessary burdens. Ace of Swords reverse, like mental blockages, like you're psyching yourself out. It's self-sabotage. And then the 9 of Swords, like irrational thinking and like a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of just like, oh my God, just fear of the unknown, essentially. Just letting your mind take control over you. And it's just like, calm the fuck down, like it's fine, you're gonna be fine. Okay, so find a way to moderate your emotions. Find a way to find a balance between logic and heart and feelings and things like that. Find a way to balance between the two, because I know it can be pretty emotionally overwhelming. It can be a little bit a bit much, especially for you, because you Taurus, you're a fixed sign. You don't like to feel a lot of things. You're fixed earth. You try not to show that you're emotionally overwhelmed or whatever. Don't give up too easily. So make the best with what you have, and you'll see how far you can get, okay? And I know that you can get far. It's all in the mind, okay? As corny as that might sound, a lot of things, it takes place in the mind, and we have to learn how to take control of our mind rather than letting our mind control us. So yeah, find ways to ease yourself, to calm yourself down in moments of anxiety. Take some deep breaths, practice some breathing techniques on YouTube, listen to a guided meditation, practice some yoga, anything to ease your mind, okay? Go outside for a few minutes, sit out in the sun, put your feet in the grass, okay? There are many options. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope it resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. And with that being said, I will talk to you later.